Hey guys, welcome to Bookish Islander. My name is Juan. I hope you're all doing very well. Today I'm here to talk about my goals for 2020, and I've decided to divide that into two separate sections. The first section is going to be about my goals for this channel, Bookish Islander, and the second section is going to be about my goals as a reader. My channel is now almost a year old, and what a year it's been. 2019, I decided to finally start a booktube channel, and I had no idea what I was doing. In fact, my first videos are so bad that I haven't even watched them. I didn't even watch them when I made them, which is the first mistake I ever made, first of a very long list of mistakes. But despite all my mistakes and everything else that didn't quite work the way it was supposed to, people, to my surprise, kept coming to my channel, and my subscription list grew in ways that I never expected. I remember getting to the first 100 subscribers and being so pleased and subscribed, and every time I get even one subscriber, I'm happy as can be. It's not like I have big ambitions to having this huge channel with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. That doesn't appeal to me. That's not what I want. I want us to be the largest possible number, but I want us to be a community of people who love books and love literary fiction, love talking about books, people who have different tastes, different ideas, different approaches to reading, but who want to gather hopefully around my channel and other great channels out there. But I just want to be part of that, and discuss good books with each other in a respectful and insightful way. That was my goal when I started. That continues to be my goal going into 2020. In 2019, I tried many different things, and some of my videos are more experimental than others. I was always trying to make the best possible content for you guys, something that I was happy with, but that would also appeal to the largest number of people possible, but always with the caveat that those people need to be ones who read and are interested in books. So I try not to be too populistic, and I still talked about the books that I wanted to talk about every time. I was open to suggestions, and I responded to some of those suggestions. I also let myself be influenced by other members of the booktube community, and that's all part of the fun of having your own channel. So I don't regret that for a moment, and I hope to continue to experiment this year, but mostly more than experimenting, what I really want to do is taking my channel to the next level. And that means making better content, and better content means that every video should be better, or at least not worse than the one before. And a lot of different factors go into that. There's a technical aspect, the visual, the aesthetic, but also the content, actually the books that I talk about and how I talk about them. So I want to keep growing my channel, making it better. I'm hoping that way I will attract more people to it. So I want to improve the way my videos look and sound, but I also want to improve myself. I want to improve my own presentation skills. I want to get better at conveying my thoughts and my ideas and my feelings about books. And I want to do that in the most inclusive possible manner, because I want you all to feel welcome and to feel that you can leave a comment and talk about the books that I've discussed, give your own suggestions, make recommendations to me, even make requests if you want me to talk about a specific book and you can argue why I should read that book. Please do so in the comment section down below. I want my comment section to be active and interactive. The biggest change, my biggest goal for 2020 is to have a video available every Saturday. This is the first one. It's coming a little bit later than videos should normally come. They should come a little bit earlier in the day. Of course, that depends on your time zone. And for some people, I think if you live in Asia, they'll probably come out more like really late on Saturday or early on Sunday. But for most people in the world, so for Africa, Europe, and the Americas, which is where most people watch me from. I also know that some people watch me from Australia. And, the more the merrier, really. But yeah, for most people, they should come out on Saturday. A little bit earlier than this one. This one is a little bit late because I had some problems with the planning and so on. But the idea is that I'll have a whole week to make the content, to make a video that I'm hoping will be good enough, will have enough content, enough books, chances for interactivity, and publish that every Saturday. Now, does that mean that you will only see videos from me on Saturdays? Well, no. Saturday, it's going to be my time, our time to sit together and talk about books and take our time to do that. But if I'm doing other things like tags or other videos, I don't know, reaction videos or book hauls, TBRs, that kind of thing might come out if and when throughout the week, so watch out. One kind of video that will come out during the week and not on Saturday will be that in-deep conversation series. I recently started an in-deep conversation series with Sarah from Hardcover Hearts. In fact, she kickstarted it, and it's a series of 3 videos, and in those 3 videos we discuss back and forth the Topeka School by Ben Lerner. That's the first series, or that was the first installment rather. There are going to be future installments. We're already working on one that should come out in February, so watch out for that too. And those kinds of videos will come out whenever, whenever it suits. I'm talking about collaboration here, really. So if I collaborate with someone and make videos together in whichever format, those will come out at other times. So just to recap, weekly videos for me every Saturday. You can count on that. If I'm, for whatever reason, not able to do a video on Saturday, then I'll have a lot of splaining to do. But otherwise, yeah, you can pretty much count on those. The idea is that I'll have all week to make them. So every Saturday there'll be a video from me. And then during the week you might see my little face popping up on your subscription feed again with other kinds of videos. But Saturdays is where we sit down and talk about books, take our time, have a cup of tea, coffee, whatever, and discuss the books that we've read all week, things that we want to read, what's going on in our lives, that kind of thing. Coziness is le mot du jour. Not really, I hate that word. So what is the point of this channel? What is the point of Bookish Islander? What is the point of having goals? What is the point of making changes? Well, this might sound a little bit corny, but what I want to do is to foster interesting conversations about interesting books. That's really it. I want to talk about books. I want to talk about literary fiction, perhaps nonfiction, perhaps other genres. And I want to talk about those books with people. I want to have interaction. I want you to come to the comment section and comment and give suggestions and recommendations. Call me out on anything, as long as you do it politely, please. Be respectful to each other and to myself, and then we shall all get along just fine. There are a lot of booktube channels that I truly admire. I subscribe to a lot of booktube channels. I interact with fellow booktubers on their comment sections, and of course in my own comment section. They inspire me to do things, particularly people who have been around for a lot longer than myself. And I'm not gonna name any names. I'm not gonna mention anybody in particular, because I wouldn't want other people to feel left out, and I have really bad memory, so I'm bound to forget about other people and then kick myself that I didn't mention them here. So I'd rather not mention anyone. But there are a lot of booktube channels out there that I truly admire, or I'd rather admire the people behind them, and they inspire me to continue to get better, but they also inspire me to do my own thing. And that's what's important here. I want to do my own thing. Because when I look at booktube channels, I expect different things from different booktubers. I don't expect them all to do the same thing. I don't expect them to talk about the same books. Some people are funnier, some people are more serious, some people are calmer, some people are more exciting or excitable as they talk about books and when they express themselves. That's fine. I want to see different people doing different things, talking about different books that I'm interested in. So I just want to be part of that, and I don't want to be like anybody else. I just want to be doing my own thing. I'm trying to let my personality show through these videos. I'm hoping that I was already able to do that in 2019, but I hope that that continues to happen in 2020, that I get even more comfortable doing this, that this becomes even more interactive. This, more than a goal, is almost a wish, and I hope you come along on this ride with me, whether you make videos yourself or just watch them, comment, whatever, just like videos, whatever you do there. I hope you join me, because I'm excited about 2020, and I hope you're excited about it too. So let's talk about my reading goals for 2020. Okay, so if you've watched my channel before, you know that I almost exclusively talk about literary fiction. Nothing against genre fiction, and of course nothing against nonfiction. In fact, I joined Nonfiction November last year and I had a ball. I read several fascinating books and I discussed them on my channel, and I was pleased with the response that got. So I will occasionally dip into nonfiction, and perhaps, why not, genre literature. I never say never. And if a book can make a case strong enough for me to pick it up, I will, no matter how that book is categorized. But mostly, if you're new to this channel, or if you've been around for a while but intend to keep coming back and watching my weekly videos and every other content that I put out there, you should know that I'm mostly, pretty much exclusively going to talk about literary fiction. Having said that, I also want to discover new authors, and they could be new to me authors or new authors, and I particularly mean new authors. Actually, I think I'd like to get a feel for new writers that are coming out, that are going to come out in 2020, or perhaps came out in 2019 and I didn't pay enough attention to them. Also, because I'm judging the BookTube prize along with so many other booktubers, I think that's going to be a great opportunity for me to discover new voices and books that I normally wouldn't have picked up. And that's why I decided to answer Butterhorse's call for new judges for the BookTube prize late last year, and I'm so excited to be doing this. Being part of the BookTube prize is not a goal in itself for me, but I think it's going to have an impact on all my reading goals this year. Another reading goal that I have for this year is to strike a balance between contemporary fiction, new releases, backlist contemporary fiction, classics, all that kind of thing. Looking back on 2019, I think I spent most of the time, or at least I feel like I spent most of my reading time with backlist contemporary books, and I think that showed on my channel. I think most of my on-screen time I spent discussing backlisted contemporary books rather than classics, or more importantly, possibly new releases. So it's not like I don't want to change my channel completely. I don't want to change my reading completely. I'm not gonna read every new release from now on, and I'm not gonna read every short list, every backlist for literary awards this year, but I'm gonna try to pay a little bit more attention to that, just because I want to strike a balance. So I don't want too much of anything. I want to be able to show you a full and balanced meal of books. One of the best things about being on BookTube in 2019 for the first time, for my, that was my first year, was to discover so many new authors, so many new books. And yeah, I was influenced by a lot of people who make BookTube videos. I was always fascinated by the suggestions and the recommendations that I got in the comment section for my videos. And I did listen, and I picked some books that perhaps I would have not picked up, or perhaps I would have waited for a lot longer, and I don't regret that. Even the books that were disappointments, and I had a lot of literary disappointments last year, perhaps, it would be a good idea to make a video about that. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like me to do that. But I was disappointed by many books. And I tend to pay more mind to books that I really enjoyed, and those are the books that I tend to talk more about on my videos, but maybe that's going to change too, Balance and consistency. Those are two words that could summarize my reading and my channel goals for 2020. But I'm never gonna stop reading the books that I want to read. Every book I'll read, I'll have to at least find a reason to myself to justify picking it up and spending time reading it. So that's not going to change. I just want to expand my horizons and make more books come into my attention. And I'm hoping that among all those books, there'll be ones that would appeal to me, so I would feel inclined to read them and then talk about them on this channel. I want to talk about most, if not all, the books I read on my channel. That's something that I did not do in 2019. I was selective. So I read a lot more than my channel shows. So if you go to my Goodreads, and it's a good time to do that, well, do that after you've watched this video, and you'll find the link to my Goodreads page on the About section of my BookTube channel, YouTube channel. And yeah, you'll see that I read a lot more books than I discussed, and there are even, you'll probably find some books on Goodreads that I never even mentioned on my channel. So I want that to change. I want to talk about all the books that I read here on my channel. And that's why, you know, going back to the beginning, when I said that I was going to do weekly videos every Saturday, that's the place for me to do that. So you want to keep up with what I'm reading, what I'm thinking of reading, what I've bailed on. I don't bail on a lot of books, unlike other people. But yeah, the best way for you to do that is to watch my weekly videos every Saturday, from today, every Saturday. One thing that I did last year that I love were buddy reads. I did a few buddy reads late in 2019 with some amazing people, booktubers, and also people who belong to the wider booktube community, people who perhaps don't make videos, but they comment regularly. And I want to make an announcement here. I want to say that I'm open to buddy reads. That obviously depends on my availability and whether I'm interested in the book and what else I have going on at a given time. But if you like to buddy read a book with me, if you see me talking about a book, say on a TBR, on a book haul, on one of my weekly videos about anything else, I refer to a book that I'm about to begin, that I'm interested in reading, and you think, oh, I'd love to read that with Juan, then let me know in the comments, and maybe if I'm free, if I'm not already reading it with somebody else, maybe we could do a buddy read of that. Also, if you have suggestions of books based on the books that I talk about and based perhaps on my Goodreads, and you find there books that you think I would like to read, or books that I've already expressed that I want to read and you'd like to read them with me, let me know in the comment section. If I can accommodate it, I'm open to it. I have to say that I might not always be available, and please understand that. Sometimes I'll already be otherwise engaged. There are books that I'd rather read on my own for different reasons, and there could be books that I'm already planning to buddy read with somebody else. I wouldn't always say that on my videos, so you might hear me talking about a book and you might not be aware that I'm already buddy reading, but all you have to do is ask, and I'm an open book. See what I did there? And we can discuss that in the comments. So those are my goals for my channel, Bookish Islander, for 2020, and also some of my wider reading goals. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it, please subscribe if you haven't already and you like what you see. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye bye.